Boys, UFC Fight Night Cejudo versus Song just finished up, and you know, the main card, a little bit of a letdown compared to the rest of the card, but honestly, one of, if not the best non-pay-per-view, the best fight night card we've had this year. It was pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. And as you can see on screen, we have every single winner and the two losers in the main event and co-main event. We're gonna run through them all, and we're gonna do some rare predictions now. And I'm not gonna lie, I cooked on this matchmaking that you guys are gonna see. This matchmaking for every fight on here, banger. If they made these fights, bangers. And for predictions, we did pretty good. You know, we went 8-2. There wasn't only 10 fights on the card, just some got added before I made the video, so I didn't add them here. But for the ones that I did predict, 8-2 ain't half bad. And that brings our new overall predictions this year, 44-26. Not bad, not bad. I think it's okay. Let's start off with that main event, though. You know, the main event started off hot. The first, I don't know if I was watching a completely different fight, but I swear I thought Cejudo was doing a lot better than 30-27. You know, I can't believe that was the scorecard. I could have seen a place where Cejudo won, but I don't know. Maybe I have to rewatch that fight. It was a fun fight while it lasted until the last half of the third round, I would say. But the whole card itself was just great, to be honest. Let's start off. As you can see, we have both Song Yadong and Henry Cejudo. So yeah, Henry's not retiring. They're both gonna fight different guys. I know they're saying rematch this, rematch that. I don't want to see that shit, and I know a lot of you guys don't want to see that shit. They're giving the interviews for both of these guys, and like, yeah, let's run it back. Silence in the crowd. Nobody wants to watch that. So instead, I matched up Song Yadong. He's going to have to do another rematch, a guy that's ahead of him in the rankings right now. I got Song Yadong, Marlon Vera. Song won a robbery decision from Marlon Vera last time, and I say it's time we finally run this one back. I think this would be a banger fight. You can put this as a main event of an Apex fight, a main event of a non-pay-per-view fight. This could be in the main card as well. This is a banger fight. I think this one should happen. Honestly, it could happen relatively quick here. I don't think Song took the most amount of damage in the world. He could probably bounce back here. UFC 3, I don't know if 315 is too soon, but definitely 316, 17, somewhere around there, depending on where the UFC is going. Or if they're going to have like a China-themed fight night card somewhere, if they're going to go to China for an event, put Song Yadong, Marlon Vera in there. Let's keep moving down. Henry Cejudo. You know, this dude should have just not continued after the eye pokes, because it would have been a no contest, but he lost the decision. I think if Henry Cejudo is going to fight again, I don't care how low this dude is on the rankings compared to Henry Cejudo. I don't care if he's on a losing streak. I think we do, while we still can. Henry Cejudo, Jose Aldo. Tell me how this is not the logical next step up for both of these guys. And to be honest, loser can retire. You know, if Henry wins, Jose Aldo can retire. And vice versa. Loser retires, winner moves on. And again, one of these fights that should have happened a long time ago, that was scheduled to happen a long time ago, that we need to make now before we can't. And to be honest, there's a possibility Henry retires after this loss, like on his YouTube channel, but I don't think that eye poke is too bad where he's gonna become like Bisping 2.0, little midget version. But I do think he'll come back, and I do think we should do Jose Aldo, Henry Cejudo. Put this in. They gotta go to Brazil sometime. Put this on a Brazil card. Have Charles Oliveira in there. I don't know if we can have Pereira in there because he is fighting here pretty soon, but who knows? Put these two guys next. If these guys aren't the next logical matchups, I don't know what we're doing. If we're going to do something stupid like a Henry Cejudo, Mario Batista, and a Jose Aldo, I don't even know, like Montel Jackson, go fuck yourself. Nobody wants to see that. Book these two now. Moving down, co-main event, Anthony Hernandez got it done. And he did win pretty much like how I said it was going to happen. Although I did think he was going to submit Brendan Allen. However, the pressure, the non-stop cardio is really what broke Brendan Allen, in my opinion. He visibly slowed down throughout that fight, and he got it done. I think we do Brendan Allen versus, I had two guys here. You could either do, you know, Paulo Costa versus Brendan Allen, or you just say fuck it, give him a jump up in competition. If he wins this, he has like a title shot next up. I think Anthony Hernandez, Robert Whittaker would be a banger of a fight. Anthony Hernandez on a crazy win streak. Robert Whittaker, yes, he is on a losing streak. Well, not losing streak. He did just lose to to Chimaev. So bring these two guys in. We see how good Whitaker's like defensive wrestling is compared to Anthony Hernandez. And I think, again, a banger. I'm cooking on these matchups, but make this one next. I think we could run this again on that 316, 17 area, 317, 318. Definitely want this on a pay-per-view, unless they go to like Sydney or have a Mexican themed fight night card. I think that would work, but I would rather this on a pay-per-view. But the loser of the co-main event, Brendan Allen. What the fuck do we do with Brendan Allen? This guy really thought he was Charles Du Bronx out here 2.0 with that blonde hair, but it didn't work out for you, buddy. Let's do Brendan Allen, Roman Kopylov. I think this would be a fun matchup. Both these guys, after Brendan Allen losing, they're relatively close in the rankings. Plus, Roman Kopylov, I do believe, is on a decent winning streak, so he does deserve a little bit jump up into the rankings. So run this one next. Then Gene Silva absolutely murked my boy. I don't, to be honest. Oh, I'm forgetting about Rob Font, my bad. But Rob Font, to be honest, I don't know if I thought that the other dude won, to be honest. Matsumoto. It was a close match, but Rob Font won. He was dirty in the beginning. Fake glove touching. I hated that. Fuck you, but he's not going to get anyone above him like he asked. That's retarded. He's on a decent losing streak, and he's not on a losing streak, but his record isn't that good. He doesn't deserve someone above him. I see we do Rob Font, Marcus McGee. If Rob Font can beat Marcus McGee, then we can look ahead of him in the rankings. But for now, they're both in the rankings. Do this one next. Marcus McGee is on a tear recently and is on a decent winning streak. So again, he does deserve a jump up into the rankings. But let's get into Gene. Gene just murked my dude. And to be honest, that ref screwed us over. Such a crazy moment. You know, that walk-off KO could have been crazy. And I predicted this shit. I guarantee I was like using my telecommunication to tell Gene Silva, you know, he knocked that dude out. And I'm looking at the rankings. Who can I match this guy up with during the commercial break? And I'm like, Bryce Mitchell. Call out Bryce Mitchell. If you know what's good for you, call out Bryce Mitchell. That's exactly what he did. Gene Silva, Bryce Mitchell, put this on a pay-per-view. Run this shit quick. I want to see this within the next few pay-per-views. Put this on the Canada card. Fuck it. Put it on the Canada card. I want to see this one. I don't know if that's too much of a quick turnaround, to be honest, for both of these dudes. But if not the Canada one, the one after that, or I want to see this quick. I don't want the Hitler stuff to brush over from Bryce Mitchell, you know? I want that shit to still be recent in our memories, because I can build up this fight to a huge fight, and this could just be it doesn't even have to be that big in the fight card. I don't want it to be a featured fight, maybe the second fight of the main card. I'd be okay with that. But yeah, there's no doubt this should be next. I called this too. I wish I was like live streaming or something so people could see Mystic Mac at it again, but let's go down. Alonzo Menifield got it done. A pretty shitty performance, if you ask me. I think he deserves someone, again, not in the top 15. That performance was garbanzo beans. I think we give him someone else who had a pretty big win on this card, Ion Cutelaba. Run this shit next. Cutelaba just, not fraud checked, but he just beat two up-and-coming prospects. Put in Ion Cutelaba, and I got it perfectly right with this. Now, did I say he was gonna fucking submit Ibo Aslan? No. I did say, you know, he was gonna weather the early storm and come back and expose his gas tank, but he didn't get to expose his gas tank. He just submitted him outright. Ibo was starting to slow down, so I'm Mystic Mac. What can I say? But let's go into these prelims now. We'll run through this fast. I know a lot of you guys don't really care about the prelims, but Costa got a KO win. But one of the two fights that I predicted wrong, I had Costa. He submitted our boy Andre Fili. It is what it is. I think he took 0 damage. The Canada card is right around the corner. Put in Kyle Nelson versus Costa. You can't tell me this wouldn't be a banger. They're really close in the rankings. Plus, that Canada card needs some help. Put Kyle Nelson in here. Run this shit next. Put it on the Canada card. This dude took no damage against Andre Fili. He should be able to get in. He should be able to bounce back here within the next coming months, which is for that Canada card. It makes all the sense. I'm literally cooking up some perfect matchmaking here. The UFC better take notice. But Mansur, he also got it done. Wasn't the best performance, but he did show that he does got that dog in him. He's not just gonna quit. And he got rocked. He got his shit milli rocked during the first round with that spinning elbow. It don't matter, you know. I did kind of low-key predict this exactly how it would go down, except I didn't see the spinning shit. I did predict round 2. He was going to drop him and land some ground and pound TKO. Practically what happened. I think we match him up next with Bruno Silva. Bruno Silva, a name in this division, and I think it's an easy night of work for Mansur, not gonna lie. So just honestly feed him Bruno Silva. But let's keep moving on. Ricky Simón, I don't care that I predicted this one wrong either. This dude flatlined Baghdasaryan. That dude was out for a while. I guarantee he had no idea where he was for a good 30 minutes. Ricky Simón, he's a new mythical fighter. We saw Brendan Allen try to dye his hair to be, Charles du Bronx. Ricky Simón, he's a new mythical fighter. Now that he has blonde hair, he has some power. I think we give him, this is like a decent name value because this dude is coming off a huge win. Ronnie Barcelos. Ronnie Barcelos just fraud checked Peyton Tabit, and he deserves a jump up in the rankings. Ricky Simón, decently high up in the rankings. Mark these guys next. Again, perfect matchmaking. Ricky Simón doesn't deserve a guy above him in the rankings because he was on a 3-fight losing streak before this, but this is a good matchup. If you beat someone like a Ronnie Barcelos, then you're also technically, you're beating the guy who beat Peyton Tabit. So that's a good thing that you want. So in my opinion, that's a great thing for Ricky Simón to want to take this fight and, yeah, run this shit next. Again, UFC, pay attention. I'm cooking up some bangers. Austin Vanderford got it done. I wasn't able to predict these ones because it got announced after I already posted my video. But I was going to pick Austin anyways because low-key, he's married to Paige Van Zandt. So had to rock with my boy. I think we just do Billy Goff. He was supposed to fight in this. I don't know who pulled out, if it was Billy Goff or, what was that other guy's name? If it was Adam Fuckett, yeah. I don't know if it was Adam Fuckett that pulled out or Billy Goff. I think it was Billy. I don't care. Whenever Billy's healthy, run this one next. So then Austin Radford can get a decent name on his resume if he does win. And Billy Goff could even win this one too. The UFC experience could help him win this one. I think this would be a fun matchup. Nursulton Ruziboev also got it done. I'm pretty sure I predicted this shit like to the T as well. I did tell you pretty much. Let me see. I said that he's just not UFC level and that Ruziboev would get a second round TKO, which, technically happened. I did think that other dude wasn't UFC level. Regardless, he's in middleweight now. Stay at middleweight. Middleweight is your new division. You looked great there. Brad Tavares, give him a name value guy. If he beats Brad Tavares, then he can move up the rankings and get a bigger name. But Brad Tavares is a staple at the UFC right now. A lot of people know who this dude is. He's fought the who of who in middleweight. And yeah, let's keep moving down, though. Modestas, Bukauskas got it done. I think we give him someone who lost on this card. Ibo Aslan, fuck it. I think that makes all the sense in the world, to be honest. And again, pay attention, Dana. I'm cooking up right now. Let me know in the comments, would you matchmake any of these guys up a little different? Because to be honest, I feel like this is one of the best cards I've matchmaked, I think, ever. At least in a long ass time. These are some bangers, and they're realistic too, to be honest. Maybe not the Anthony Hernandez versus Whitaker, but all the other ones I guarantee could be made done. But thank you guys for watching to the end of the video. Now we have to fucking wait a whole week to watch a shit fight night card next week, but I'll try to have the predictions out on Monday, and I'm gonna try to upload every single day. I'm hoping to get this out on Saturday. Hopefully it won't be too late, but yeah, thank you guys for watching to the end of the video, and I will see you guys in my next video.